Hello everyone. So it's been a little while since my last update. What I've been up to is, well, a little bit. Getting my stats up for one, worked on range a bit, got strength and attack above 20, um, trying to get my total level up because I was just tired of seeing all those ones and basically zero progress on the account. So my current combat level is 24. I was just at the Chaos Druids training range up. Before that, I was at the Varrock Sewers. I was just selling all the herbs I got from the Chaos Druids to be able to buy knives, and I was so sick and tired of using, bronze knives that I had crafted to get my smithing up that I decided, the hell with it. I'm just gonna go with black knives, and I think it like doubled my experience rate, so I saved a bit of time there. I'm hoping to get 50 or 60 range today. I'm not sure if 60 is actually possible, but we'll see. So anyways, let's see what the bank looks like. Putting everything in, and it looks like our bank actually increased by quite a bit, considering that I spent probably close to 100k on knives, and I gave away 10k to help a newer person. So yeah, 240k, close to it, and we're still training. We're still going. I did some fletching here, so that's why I have a bunch of arrows in there. 10k cash stack. I know it's kind of wimpy, but we'll get it back up. So let's sell some stuff, see what we end up with. Nice, so it looks like we're going to have roughly an 80k cash stack. I'm not sure what I feel like doing exactly right now. Maybe I'll buy some uh, mithril knives and go at the ranging again. Yeah, it needs more range pots. Range pots and another glory. Man, I'm debating what to do next, because I feel like the challenge of leveling in the wilderness would be a lot more fun, or at least on a PvP world. And I've seen, more streamers and other YouTubers doing that challenge as well. And it seems to be really popular because it has that added risk of, you could die at any moment, or you could be rushed, or you're always risking something. Whereas, otherwise it's just chopping trees or training Slayer. There's not that much of a risk to anything. There's no danger to it. And as far as the build goes for this character, I think I'm gonna start out with 60 attack, maybe go with like 85 strength, get my range up. I definitely like range because it makes killing stuff a lot easier, especially from like the early levels, like 50 strength. With building up a bank on this character, because it can be difficult to get your stats up enough and up to a point where you have some kind of cash stack to work with. So here we go. I think I'm just gonna buy. Well, how many can we buy? Expensive as hell. Holy shit. Lately I've been thinking about everything that I've learned from RuneScape, because it's kind of funny to think back and say, well, I've been playing video games my whole life, or RuneScape was a big part of my childhood. But it's interesting to think that someone could learn so much from a video game, like something as simple as tin and copper making bronze, or how to avoid scams, or if it's too good to be true, it probably is. I remember way back when I forgot what year it was, but I just started playing RuneScape. I was still fairly new. I had like a couple mil bank, and I saw this one dude in Falador where everyone used to gather. He was he said like selling Verax flail or whatever 900k, and on the other side of the Falador Park there was another dude saying buying Verax flail 1.2 mil, and of course anyone seeing that would think, as I did, that's free. That's a free 300k right there. I'm gonna go buy this for 900k, do a quick flip, and make my money back. But I didn't know at the time was that it was actually a scam. Those dudes were working together, and it made me become a lot more wary of other people. Well, especially strangers, and it applies not just in game but in real life too. But I think it was a valuable lesson for me because, again, it goes back to that saying, if you think it's too good to be true, it probably is. So you have that aura of skepticism about you just from playing a video game, and you learn it pretty early. Learn to avoid scams. You learn that other people might be out to get you, you know, doubling money scam and all that. And people are constantly becoming more inventive. So I guess in a way it's even teaching the scammers how to become more creative and how to perfect their craft. Not just that, but the competitiveness of playing video games, especially MMOs, where you have that desire to beat and be better than other people, to feel above other people and to feel more accomplished than them. So that leads to people looking for new and better, more inventive ways to one up each other. So you get this sort of strategy going. It's not something that they necessarily teach you in school, unless of course you're in like a chess club or something. But it's interesting because when we were all first starting to play RuneScape as children, maybe in elementary or middle school, it gave us a competitive edge. Or at least for me, it seemed like playing RuneScape led to me, using calculators more often to do math to figure out how many spellcasts I needed to do to get 99 magic and stuff like that. So it was a way to bring math into everyday life for me instead of just in the classroom. So it has practical applications for using real-time problem solving and realizing that your opponents are other people that can think and solve problems for themselves as well. And now with the Grand Exchange, I know some people aren't very happy with it, but I think it's pretty neat because you get basically a miniature little simulation of what the stock market is like. And they even have all the graphs to go with it. So you look at an item and you can see how you can get an economics lesson out of this, or a lesson in finances if you're trying to build up your own bank and learning how economics plays into that. Like supply and demand, you get people manipulating prices, or you see how the news released by JA impacts prices of certain items, just like they would in real life. So anyways, I think that's it for this little update video. I'll try to make one later today, but let me know what you guys think. I'd like to hear what you guys have learned from playing RuneScape or other video games, because I feel like I've learned a lot just from how invested in the learning process I become when it involves a fun, competitive, and interactive environment. Anyways, that's it. Peace.